Did you know that human body is made up of 60 to 70% fluid and it is divided into solid and water? Solid is about 40% and it varies by sex, male and female, while water is about 60% on an adult male or about 40 liters and 50% on adult female. The total body water is distributed into two main fluid compartments, the ECF or the extracellular fluid and the ICF or the intracellular fluid. ECF is 1/3 of the total body fluid or 15 liters and meron siyang dalawa. First is yung plasma, fluid in circulation. Next is the interstitial or the fluid between the cells. The ICF or the total body fluid inside the cells which is vital in cell function. Water enters the body through GI tract with an average of 2.5 liters per day to replace the water loss. Then fluid leaves our body through several routes. First is kidney, which is the main pathway. Second, GI tract's condition like diarrhea. Third is skin, through sweating, and it increases during fever, heat stroke, and thyroid crisis. And last is through the lungs.
Did you know that we have a lot of electrolytes in our body? Let's find out what it is. So the first one is the sodium. Its normal values is 135 to 145 sodium levels. Has three functions. The first one is the blood pressure, second one is the blood volume, the third one is the pH balance. So the hypernatremia, it is more than 145 sodium levels, and its signs and symptoms is that it is big and bloated. So for hyponatremia, it is less than 135 sodium levels. So for its signs and symptoms, we have depressed and deflated. So for sodiums, we have canned foods, processed meats, and fast foods. So for the second one is the potassium. It maintains heart and muscle contraction. For hyperkalemia, it is over 5 potassium level. So its signs and symptoms is that the heart will be tight and contracted. So for hypokalemia, we have it's less than 3.5 potassium level. So for its signs and symptoms is that we have the heart slow and low. For the foods in potassium, we have avocados, spinach, and bananas. So for calcium, we have its functions. It is also three functions. So the first one is the bones, second one is the blood clotting factors, the third one is the beating or the heartbeats. So for the hypercalcemia, we have its over 10.5 calcium levels. Its signs and symptoms is swollen and slow. For the hypocalcemia, we have its value, which is the 9 or less calcium level. So its signs and symptoms is the atrocious side. For calcium, we have green leafy veggies, almonds, and dairy products.
Next is magnesium with normal range of 1.3 to 2.1 milliequivalent per liter. Low magnesium, think no sheriff buckwild with the symptoms of twitching, seizure, and high reflexes. While high magnesium, think calm and quiet, weak reflexes, low blood pressure, and slow breathing. Then we can get magnesium to the foods like spinach, almonds, and yogurt. Next is chloride with a normal range of 95 to 105 milliequivalent per liter. Too high, like sodium overload that can cause nausea, confusion, dry tongue, or too low, like sodium deficit that can cause sweating, diarrhea, and fever. Then we can get chloride to the food like table salt, seaweed, and olives. Next is phosphate with a normal range of 2.5 to 4.5 milligram per deciliter. High phosphate or when calcium drops that can cause cramps, tingling, and weak bones. While low phosphate when calcium rises cause constipation, kidney stones, and weak reflexes. And we can get phosphate to the food like dairy, meats, and beets.